Here's what happened round 18 of the FIM Motocross World Championship, the MXGP of Turkey at Afyon. Thomas Covington with his 5th Vauxhall shot of the season on the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna, but he was out-dragged into turn 2 by Paul's Jonass on the Red Bull KTM number 1. His teammate tried to come around the outside of Covington as well, but the Husqvarna rider kept the Spaniard at bay. A close moment, though, between Hunter Lawrence and Ben Watson. Lawrence went through in 4th, just behind them. Jacoby got the better off by the number 19 of Thomas Olsen as he went into 6th place. Again, Prado challenged Covington for 2nd, but was denied. But then eventually, the lap later, he did go through. A sweet move around the outside took him into 2nd. He then went after his teammate. Calvin Verlanderen for Team HRC, lucky to get up after this crash from 10th. He remounted and came home in 13th. The big talking point of the race, though. The 2 KTM riders collided. Jonass ended up on his ear. Prado remounted across the other side of the track. In 3rd place, Jonass in 6th. But it was Covington who was victorious for the 5th time in race 1 from Lawrence and Prado. MXGP race 1. Charging into the first turn, Tim Gajser picking up his 2nd Vauxhall shot of the season, but out-dragged into turn 2 by Jeffrey Herlings. Koldenhoff went to the outside, Gajser was in there, so too Van Horebeke. People changing positions in the first few corners, but it was Herlings who led. Gajser, Desalle was 3rd, Cairoli 4th, Koldenhoff was 5th, but then Cairoli, just like he did in the qualifying race, found his way past the Belgian in the same turn, this time up the inside to move into 3rd on lap 2. Herlings was starting to pull clear, though, on the number 84 Red Bull KTM. Jeremy Van Horebeke got alongside and around the outside of the 259 Koldenhoff, and the Monster Energy Yamaha rider advanced to 5th, and that's where he would stay. Cairoli got the better of Gajser. The Team HRC rider, 243, was now in 3rd, Cairoli in 2nd. And the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna of Gauthier Paulin thought he'd outfoxed Jeremy Seaver on the Volvo Yamaha, but the Swiss rider went through to 7th, but it was Herlings winning race 1 for the 28th time this year. MX2 race 2. And once again, it was a long drag down the 85-meter long start straight, but it was close. But it was Covington who came out with the 2nd Vauxhall shot of the day, his 4th of the season. Behind him, Ben Watson, Jorge Prado, Paul Jonass, Hunter Lawrence, and Anthony Rodriguez. But wasting no time on a freshly watered track, Paul Jonass quickly into 2nd. His teammate, Prado, in the thick of it, right where he didn't want to be. But another hard charge for the 19 of Olsen. Didn't make the best start, but he was quickly into 3rd. He thought he'd pass 2nd with that move there on Jonass, but he just got bogged. Prado, though, was on the ropes. Ben Watson went through on the Kjer Yamaha to go 4th. Hunter Lawrence followed him through to go into 5th for Honda 114 Motorsports on the 96 machine. And later on, Anthony Rodriguez, the 2nd of the Kjer Yamahas, advanced to 6th with that pass on Jorge Prado. It was all of a sudden hemorrhaging points to his main title rival, Jonass. Covington led, but 4 laps to go. He threw his Husqvarna down the track. Jonass was right there, ready to pick up the points and the win. For the 15th time this year, Olsen and Covington were 2nd and 3rd, but that 3rd place finish for the American was enough to give him the win. His 4th career victory, his 1st since France last year at Villars-Suzerain. Jonass and Thomas Kjer Olsen joined him on the podium, but Prado now, his gap to Jonass, 24 points. It was 30 at the start of the weekend, and Thomas Kjer Olsen now has gained 2 on Watson as well. But as we go to the Netherlands, it's still Prado who leads.
Yeah, you know, I got out to the whole shot again in that 2nd race. The altitude here, for some reason the bikes were pretty slow, so I was doing 1st gear starts all weekend. I think that gave me a little bit of an advantage, and then, yeah, just tried to put in some solid laps, but I think it was paused from the beginning. I'm not sure. I just I really wanted to go 1-1, you know, never done that before.
MXGP race 2. Bit of bar banging and jostling going on as they reach the first corner, but it was Clement Desalle for his 1st Vauxhall shot of the year and Kawasaki's 2nd. Herlings tried to run him out wide at the 2nd turn, but then cut back. And in the blink of an eye, the bullet was through. Desalle was right there behind him, so too Paulan and Gajser and Siwa. Cairoli about 7th or 8th with Max Anstey. Anstey slipped out and Cairoli crashed on the face of the jump on the very first lap. Cairoli would only get back to 15th. Paulan made a mistake. That allowed Desalle through, but he wasn't in second for long because Gajser found his way past the Monster Energy Kawasaki rider into second. Herlings wasn't that far up the track either. Ivo Monticelli for iFly JK Racing made a fantastic start. He was running in 6th. He got passed by Van Horbik, and then later on he was done again as Anstey suffered problems. Koldenhoff was on the charge. Saw a moment ago that he found his way past Tommy Searle. He also went past Monticelli and Simpson in the latter stages to come home in 7th. But all eyes were on the battle between Herlings and Gajser. All of a sudden, the Slovenian had closed in on the championship leader. That was the move that Koldenhoff put on Simpson to finalise that 7th place. Herlings did hold on, though, to win for the 29th time. Gajser second, Desalle, Paul and Siwa your top 5. Herlings, though, having a fantastic season. His 13th double moto victory of the year, 29 race wins, 15 Grand Prix victories, 82 now in the books for the Bullet. And he only now needs 3 points from the final 2 rounds. He's hoping to lift the title in Assen at his home race next time out.
We're really close now, so we should really watch out what we're going to do up to the next 2 weeks until Assen. But for now, you know, I'm very pleased with the weekend. Like I said, I felt ill all weekend, but hey, it's no excuse, it's racing, and you cannot be 20 weekends in a row top fit, so things like that may happen.